Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are making beans. I know that beans is one of those foods that many people probably don't like to eat, and that's because they get some digestive disturbances after eating beans. They get gas, they get flatulence, some people have cramps in the tummy, other people experience heartburn and different stuff. But that being said, beans still remains a very healthy food, and is something that we should actually try to incorporate in our diet. So I found a way around, cooking beans, because I was one of those people who couldn't eat beans really. I reacted so badly to beans before, and I just abandoned it, and I was just not eating beans of any kind at all, just because every time I do, I will get really bad cramps in my tummy. I will have upset, and I'll have gas, like flatulence, like I can practically gas all day. I mean, it was not a good experience at all, and so I just stopped to eat beans. So I don't know if some of you are like that, and so today I hope you will find this video useful. So white beans or black-eyed beans, as you see in this video, is my favorite beans to eat. It's my favorite beans to eat. There are different species. Some are brown, there's black beans, there's chickpeas, there's red beans, there's red kidney beans. I mean, there's different ones, pinto beans, many species of beans. I find that I love white or black-eyed beans. It's my favorite, and I prefer to cook it from the scratch. Okay, so let's dive in. So the first thing that I will do is to remove any one that I think is not good enough. Like you see this one, like this one that is fighting with me. Things like that, I will take them out. I wouldn't like things like that, or any something like this. I will just try and then pick them out, and then I will soak them overnight. So I'm going to be showing you the one that I soaked since last night. After picking it, I will show that to you now. Here is the one that I soaked since last night. I added lots of water in there to soak overnight. See, so now I'm going to clean it up and then just throw out the water, and then I will be cooking it with fresh water. See that? Draining it and then adding it to the pot that I will use in cooking it. All right, so I wanted to quickly show you something here. Just something that is obvious anyway, but I just wanted to point it out. So when you first pick your beans, you can see these little ones. They are actually like 12 pieces of beans. By the time they were soaked, it's the same 12 pieces of beans, but can you see the sizes is bigger? So what you're going to do is, while soaking your beans, remember to add plenty of water above the beans, okay, because the beans is going to expand. This is important to know, because if you don't do that, maybe you wanted to go to work and just pour some water on the beans so that you can cook it before you return. If you didn't add enough water, then you will find out by the time you return, your beans has solely in the pan or in the bowl of water, and it's just like dry. So, and that's not what you want. You want the beans to still be under the water when you return and it's soaking. Why are we actually soaking? I know that I talked about digestive disturbances. So one of the things that I try to also portray in my cooking or do while cooking is to try as much as possible to reduce the carbohydrate content of that food, because we really don't need too much of starch, because it does break down to sugar in the body. We really don't need too much of it. And so this soaking process helps us to eliminate loss of starch from these beans. So the soaking process, what it does is allows the beans to take in some of the water, and then gives off some of the starches or the sugars in the beans. So that makes the beans even healthier to eat if you soak it before cooking, because now you have actually dropped the sugar content of these beans. How you will know? At the end of the day, when you are finished making your beans, you will find out that if you cooked it without soaking, it will be sweeter than when you cook it after soaking. So it gives off some of the sugar in the water. This is a very important hint for you to know. So if you cook beans the way we're about to cook these beans, you're going to gain a lot from it, because you can eat a little bit more than you could normally eat. That's because you just know that that the starch content has dropped significantly, and you can still enjoy the still protein intact, the fiber is still intact, and the health benefit outweighs the sweetness of the beans if it was cooked without it being soaked. And I'm going to be adding hot water here. I'm simply going to cook these beans for the next 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, I will take it out from the fire and I will leave it to soak for 1 hour in the boiled water. And then I will drain it out. And then I'll put it back on the fire with fresh hot water. And then we continue to cook. Okay, so let's see. I wanted to just show you how it's boiling. You see, it's been cooking for 2 minutes. So I'm going to be turning off the fire now. I'm going to turn off the fire now. Turn off the fire, and then I will just cover it there for the next 1 hour, so that it can soak more and give up more of the sugar into the water. And then we'll drain it and then cook it with fresh water. Guys, it's exactly 1 hour, and now I'm trying to show you what has become of our beans. It's still a little bit hot, but you can see, can you see the color in the water? You can see this water. We're going to throw this in the sink, and then we'll cook it with another fresh water. So we got it back in the pot after cleaning and washing. See how beautiful that is. Now we're going to add fresh water. It's going to cook with this water. In some cases, for some people who have very, very bad reaction, you can still drain the beans after this water. Okay. Then I would normally do this, just adding some chopped onions. This will help it to have very good, delicious, wonderful aroma. You don't have to do that. It's just my own way of doing that. You don't have to do that. Right. So we're going to leave this to cook. Once it boils, and then I will turn the heat down so it can cook slowly till it's done. Maybe about 30 minutes more, it should be cooked. All right, guys, see, this is the beans. It's been cooking and it's still cooking. Okay, but as for now, I think I probably like it this way. It's already cooked. You can cook it for as long as you like, depending on how soft you want your beans to be. I like my beans very soft but still intact, just like this one. It's still intact, but it's cooked. And you can, maybe in another video, I can probably show you how I serve my beans in different ways, just to give an inspiration. All right, so let me leave you. Bye for now.